In today's video, we are going to explore best Friedrich Nietzsche's quotes about mankind, people, and society. Let's get started. A man who possesses genius is insufferable unless he also possesses at least two other things, gratitude and cleanliness. Distrust all in whom the impulse to punish is powerful. The lonely one offers his hand too quickly to whomever he encounters. The desire to annoy no one, to harm no one, can equally well be the sign of a just as of an anxious disposition. Nobody is more inferior than those who insist on being equal. All great men are play actors of their own ideal. Few are made for independence, it is the privilege of the strong. Liberalism is the transformation of mankind into cattle. A politician divides mankind into two classes, tools and enemies. A small revenge is more human than no revenge at all. After coming into contact with a religious man, I always feel I must wash my hands. All signs of superhuman nature appear in man as illness or insanity. And it is the great noon when man stands at the midpoint of his course between beast and superman and celebrates his way to the evening as his highest hope, for it is the way to a new morning. But it is the same with man as with the tree. The more he seeks to rise into the height and light, the more vigorously do his roots struggle earthward, downward, into the dark, the deep, into evil. Dead are all gods, now we want the overman to live. From the sun I learned this, when he goes down, over-rich, he pours gold into the sea out of inexhaustible riches, so that even the poorest fisherman still rows with golden oars. For this I once saw and I did not tire of my tears as I watched it. God is dead, but considering the state the species man is in, there will perhaps be caves, for ages yet, in which his shadow will be shown. I am not a human being, I am dynamite. I go in solitude, so as not to drink out of everybody's cistern. When I am among the many I live as the many do, and I do not think I really think. After a time it always seems as if they want to banish myself from myself and rob me of my soul. I teach you the overman. Man is something which shall be surpassed. If a man has a strong faith he can indulge in the luxury of skepticism. If a man wishes to become a hero, then the serpent must first become a dragon, otherwise he lacks his proper enemy. Democratic institutions form a system of quarantine for tyrannical desires. If a man wishes to rid himself of a feeling of unbearable oppression, he may have to take hashish. In every real man, a child is hidden that wants to play. In his lonely solitude, the solitary man feeds upon himself. In the thronging multitude, the many feed upon him. Now choose. Is man merely a mistake of God's? Or God merely a mistake of man? Is man one of God's blunders? Or is God one of man's blunders? Man is a rope, tied between beast and superman, a rope over an abyss. Man is something that must be overcome. Man is the cruelest animal. At tragedies, bullfights, and crucifixions he has so far felt best on earth, and when he invented hell for himself, behold, that was his very heaven. Man makes God in his own image. Man's maturity, to have regained the seriousness that he had as a child at play. My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be other than it is, not in the future, not in the past, not in all eternity. Nothing on earth consumes a man more quickly than the passion of resentment. O Voltaire! O humanity! O idiocy! There is something ticklish in the truth, and in the search for the truth, and if man goes about it too humanely -il in church le vrai que pour faire le bien, I wager he finds nothing. Perhaps I know best why it is man alone who laughs. He alone suffers so deeply that he had to invent laughter. Society tames the wolf into a dog. And man is the most domesticated animal of all. Strength is the morality of the man who stands out from the rest, and it is mine. The beautiful exists just as little as the true. In every case it is a question of the conditions of preservation of a certain type of man. Thus the herdman will experience the value feeling of the true in different things than will the overman. The earth has become small, and on it hops the last man, who makes everything small. His race can no more be exterminated than the flea can be. The last man lives the longest. The greatest progress that the human race has made lies in learning how to make correct inferences. The higher man is distinguished from the lower by his fearlessness and his readiness to challenge misfortune. The most fundamental form of human stupidity is forgetting what we were trying to do in the first place. The Superman is the meaning of the earth. Let your will say, the Superman is to be the meaning of the earth. I beseech you, my brothers, be true to the earth, and do not believe those who speak to you of otherworldly hopes. They are poisoners, whether they know it or not. The wisest man would be the one richest in contradictions, who has, as it were, antennae for all types of men, as well as his great moments of grand harmony, a rare accident even in us. A sort of planetary motion. To escape boredom, man works either beyond what his usual needs require, or else he invents play, that is, work that is designed to quiet no need other than that for working in general. Under peaceful conditions a warlike man sets upon himself. What can everyone do? Praise and blame. This is human virtue, this is human madness. Without cruelty there is no festival, thus the longest and most ancient part of human history teaches, and in punishment there is so much that is festive. There are two different types of people in the world, those who want to know, and those who want to believe. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, because they don't want their illusions destroyed. My solitude doesn't depend on the presence or absence of people, on the contrary, I hate who steals my solitude without, in exchange, offering me true company. But he who is hated by the people, as the wolf by the dogs, is the free spirit, the enemy of fetters, the non-adorer, the dweller in the woods. To predict the behavior of ordinary people in advance, you only have to assume that they will always try to escape a disagreeable situation with the smallest possible expenditure of intelligence. What separates two people most profoundly is a different sense and degree of cleanliness. The Greeks, with their truly healthy culture, have once and for all justified philosophy simply by having engaged in it, and having engaged in it more fully than any other people. Whoever gives advice to the sick gains a sense of superiority over them, no matter whether his advice is accepted or rejected. That is why sick people who are sensitive and proud hate their advisors even more than their illnesses. In our interactions with people, a benevolent hypocrisy is frequently required, acting as though we do not see through the motives of their actions. Please let us know your favorite quotes. from these best Friedrich Nietzsche's quotes about mankind, people, and society, in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.